Wicked for Good releases in theaters this week, and I was able to find an early screening. That's right, everybody. I'm going midway through the week. Normally, I'm able to find one on like a Thursday or a Friday, but no, we're going Wednesday this time. Pretty exciting if you ask me, because I've been excited about this movie since I saw the first one. And before we get going, looking for any of the Wicked for Good products, like we usually would with any movie review, I want to show you something that I picked up a little while ago, and I think you guys would really enjoy. It is the Magical Wise Women 2-pack. This is so cool. If you guys don't know, they were in the first movie, and these two here are actually the original Glinda and Elphaba from the Broadway musical. So amazing that they have these as actual pops, and I feel like a lot of Wicked fans are gonna want to pick these up. And I think they've been out for a little while now, but I was saving them for this video so we could check them out together today. I thought it'd be perfect. But now, everybody, I guess we should probably get going, because we have a little while till the movie starts, and I want to see if I can find, well, the entire collection of Wicked for Good pops. And now there is a couple exclusives. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, because I don't know if all of them have released yet, but we're gonna be trying our best today. And now, I guess, let's get hunting. Alrighty, I've made it to the first mall, which has a Hot Topic as well as Mind Games. Mind Games also gets in some of the Funko Shop exclusives, so fingers crossed, we might be able to find something good there. And then, just looking for the commons, I have a feeling that Hot Topic is probably gonna have a good amount of them, or at least I hope so, because it is movie release week. They could be gone, but I'm gonna try. Alrighty, we made it to Hot Topic. Come on, Elphaba. Come on, Glinda. Look, they even have the poster on the front. We should be able to get them. Now, as soon as I walked in, everybody, I found some like pajama pants as well as two cardigans here. We have one for Glinda and one for Elphaba, as well as a sweater above that. Hey, pretty sweet. And now, everybody, coming over to the pops, I want to see what they have here. And there is some new stuff like Fiona and Cake. We also have like Jacko Moon, but I don't know, just from looking here, if they have those new Wicked figures. Yeah, doing a bit of looking up here, I'm not seeing anything, even from the first one. I'm sure those would have sold out by now, because it was about a year ago at this point. But still, it's a good thing to check. Just looks like they didn't get them in yet. Oh, now hold on, everybody. Coming out of the pop section, I did find this down here. It looks like it's more of a Wizard of Oz bag, but still pretty cool. I'm loving this design on the front. Okay, well, everybody, that wasn't really what I expected. I thought we were going to be seeing a giant Wicked section because they had the poster on the front, but they had a couple things, just nothing that I needed. So now, let's go over to Mind Games, and fingers crossed they have at least some of the pops. Alrighty, we made it. Let's see. And now, as soon as I walked in, everybody, this is what I'm talking about. The pops go all the way down, and I think over here is movies and some DC as well, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of looking around. Oh, and now here, guys, is Megan. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but it just goes to show that they do get weird exclusives, so I'm hoping for maybe the Tin Man or the Cowardly Lion. I kind of doubt it, but I will be looking for them. Coming down a little farther, everybody, this is their anime section. We also have Disney and music over here, and we have stuff like Zootopia too, but we're not making a video on these guys yet. Oh, but hold on, everybody, check out over here. We actually have some Wicked figures. Looks like they've got the Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz 85th anniversary actually, and then below that we have the Wicked Witch here, also from the Wizard of Oz, but over here we can get Dorothy as well as the new Elphaba, and then I think these two over here are still from the first movie, so we don't need to pick them up. But now, everybody, this is honestly so perfect because we now have two crossed off our list, and you may notice that on the back here they don't put the checklist anymore in case of spoilers, so this is too bad. We can't look at these here, but we need just a couple more, and I'm hoping that maybe we can find them here or maybe at another store we go to, because we can't not get the new Glinda. I mean, they have this one here, but I've already got it. It doesn't count. Now I'm just doing a little bit more digging on the other side of the shelf, because you never know, maybe they came all the way through, and I'm seeing like the Twilight Zone, Batman, Chucky, Superman. Yeah, nothing I need here. It's always good to look though. I was doing a bit more digging to see if I could find any others in a different section, and well, I happened to bump into two Wicked puzzles here done by Ravensburger. If you guys want to check these out, let me see if I can get it down so I can show you at least one of them here. Look at that, and this is, I believe, for Wicked for Good. I can kind of tell by the way that Glinda's dress looks. That seems new to me, but either way, pretty sweet. And since it's here, if you guys are wondering, this is what the other puzzle is looking like. I really like this one. And well, would you look at that over here in the kids puzzle section, we also have XXL pieces. I think it's only 100, but still, this is probably massive compared to, well, those two over there. Well, everybody, we're off to a pretty good start. We already have two figures that we need for my Wicked for Good collection. And I know, it's kind of crazy. It is dark out, and it's only been a few minutes since my last clip. But either way though, we're now over at the other mall where there is a GameStop, there's a showcase. We'll get to look around a little bit. Maybe I'll even check Walmart while we're at it. And well, actually, funny enough, everybody, Walmart is first up. Alrighty, now the question is, are they gonna have any Wicked for Good pops over here? Even just Wicked in general, I'd be okay with. Okay, they have some other stuff, but I am not seeing Elphaba, Glinda, or any of them really. Interesting though, because they do have some of the new mugs here. We've got that Elmo one that I picked up a little while ago, so I don't need to get it today, but yeah, we've got Yoda, but we're looking for a different green character. Oh, and I guess just behind me here, they do have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, but yeah, not what we're looking for. Oh, here's something that I bumped into, everybody. The People Magazine Special Edition for Wicked for Good. This is kind of cool. I mean, I did not expect to see it. I like it. A little bit more walking around, everybody. I found the Wicked for Good movie posters. They're all in here. It seems like they have pretty much the entire collection of them. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out, there is, I guess, 5 different ones. Not bad. I think out of these ones here, I probably like this one the most, but I also do really like this one too. Here is something that I did not expect, everybody. Wicked Care Bears, and they have a good amount of them here. Look at this. They've got Love-A-Lot Bear as Glinda, and then Good Luck Bear as Elphaba. A pretty good, like, gift, I guess, if you want to do it for the holidays, or just, like, fun to put in your collection. I really like how they look. Oh, and if you're wondering, they're only $35. I thought it was gonna be like 70 or 80. I don't know why. They just look so premium. Okay, well, definitely some interesting stuff over at Walmart. Now we've got 2 more stores that I want to check out here. We've got Showcase just behind me over here, and then to this side we've got EB Games. Did I call it GameStop earlier? They just switched the name here in Canada. I gotta get used to it. And now checking out the section, everybody, I am noticing that there's a lot of new figures here, but one thing that I'm not seeing off the bat is the new Wicked for Good ones, because that's what we're looking for. But don't worry, guys, we still have a couple more stores that we're going to be going to. It's just too bad because, like, I see Cinnamoroll up here. I also see, like, the Ben Tennyson one. They've got Mega Man, some good stuff. But, yeah, that green box there got me excited. I thought it might have been, you know, there's Elphaba with the Emerald City, but no, it looks like that one is the villains. It's a little bit different, but either way, it was definitely worth a check because they have lots in here all the time. And it's funny, it looks like we're gonna have an easy time getting some Zootopia figures when that movie releases, but for now, we don't need these. Found another spot for their new stuff, and it looks like they've got, like, you know, the Animaniac ones are new, I know Diablo's new, these DC ones are new, but yeah, still no Wicked. And then over here on this side, we have some bitty boxes, we also have some My Hero, Superman. These ones actually are pre-ordered at my usual GameStop, so we're not gonna worry about those today. Plus, we're looking for Wicked. And yeah, still, everybody, I am not seeing anything here, even though they do have some good stuff. We don't need them today. It's funny, everybody, I was looking through the lounge flies, and I noticed at the very top there, they had this green bag, and I thought it might have been Elphaba, but no, it turned out to be Finn from Adventure Time. Bit of an odd one. Well, a bit of a bust over at EB Games, but the good news is we still have Showcase just across the hall, and they usually have some pretty interesting ones, so I hope. Well, everybody, I've got some good news for you. I'm slowly panning up here, because I think it's more fun to build it up a little bit, but look at this. They've got some good ones, and Jeff the Land Shark, Zombie Wolverine, and look at this here, guys. Glinda in blue gown and Elphaba. 2 figures we needed for the collection. We finally got a Glinda, and we're getting our second Elphaba of the day because this one is different. It's glitter. And I'm trying to see if there's any other ones that we might need. It doesn't look like it, but they do have a lot of good new ones and exclusives, like that soft color Pikachu. But yeah, still, 2 to get for the collection is honestly great. I couldn't end it there, everybody. We've got one more EB Games to go to, and let's be quick because the movie starts soon. Now, this location, if you guys don't know, is one of the biggest sections I've ever seen for Pops. That's why I usually come to this one. And, ooh, I'm noticing up here, they do have some Wicked throw blankets. Promising, but do we see anything Wicked related for the Pops? I see, like, down here some green boxes. We've got, like, Ugly Betty, as well as Spy Family, and Sheen there from Jimmy Neutron. But yeah, nothing yet. Still looking. Oh, hold on, everybody. Look at the bottom here. Somebody that I do need for the collection. It is Scarecrow. Boom, we've got him. Now, the question is, do they have any other ones here that I can show you guys? It looks like it is just Scarecrow. They have a second one back there, but I think that's about it. Either way, though, pretty cool. I'm glad we came to check. A little bit more looking around, everybody. I actually found a circular Ravensburger puzzle. I know we've seen a bunch of puzzles in today's video, but that is interesting, and I know it's kind of covered by a bunch of other stuff, so I'm not going to move it, but we had to show it off because it's Wicked. Okay, Showcase, guys, is our last stop. Then we really got to get going to the movies. And if I'm going to be honest, everyone, it looks pretty similar to the last one that we were at, but I'm not seeing that Elphaba, so it's a good thing we picked it up at the first store we went to. Checking it out, though, I did see Tanjiro here and got kind of excited. And then we also have, like, that Pikachu again, Jeff the Land Shark, which I think is always such a funny figure. I do have it, but I love this thing. And yeah, I guess that seems to be about it for here. Okay, we have made it it to the theater, and I think we have a few minutes. We should be able to check out the products that they have before we go in. I hope they have some good popcorn buckets. Okay, everybody, we are in line right now, and it is kind of long. Everybody here seems to be a Wicked superfan, which totally makes sense. It's their first screening. It's a little early, but here's the problem. The popcorn bucket that I was looking at, the Glinda bucket, I think it's gone from their little concession stand. I'm hoping they still have some left. That's the one that I wanted. For anybody wondering, we're at the front of the line right now, and this is what it's looking like for merchandise. They've got some interesting stuff. I believe that's a bag, and then at the top there, that's where the buckets were, and they're not anymore. They have some back there, so I'm hoping we can get one of those. Okay, good news, everybody. I was able to get the popcorn bucket. I guess they just had them behind the counter. I'll show it off better when we get back. First, we've got to go to the movie because we are kind of cutting it closer with that line. Do you want to show my dog? Oh, sure. We can show her up. There, look, it's a little mini Alphaba. And just like that, everybody, we have made it to our seats. I'll see you after the movie.
Alpha Throp, I know you're out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you.
Alrighty, everybody, we are back from the movie. And yes, I was able to get a shirt. This was actually over at Old Navy, and I think the glitter on it looks pretty good. And now, before we get into any of the pops that I was able to get today, I want to talk about the popcorn bucket that I picked up, because I was a little worried I actually wasn't going to be able to get it. Well, you guys saw that a second ago. But have no fear, Glinda is here. The one thing that I do find really interesting about this is that that's where the popcorn goes, in the backside here. And I did see a kid actually use it. Am I going to be putting any buttery popcorn in here? No, I will not be. I think I'll probably put this on display somewhere. I just really like how it looks, and it gets even cooler because look on the bottom here, everybody. Take a look on the back. It actually has like the Wicked, I guess W, I was gonna say logo, but it is just kind of like partial. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, there is the other side with all of the great detail. And I don't exactly know how much this was, I'm going to be honest, because it was also bundled with like the other stuff we got. But it couldn't have been more than like 30, 40 Canadian. I think it was somewhere around there because it also comes with a large popcorn. Anyways, though, that is such a great thing to add to the collection. And now, let's get into the pops that I picked up, because we have, well, the one that I was actually just able to find right before we had to go to the movie. It was the Scarecrow. I don't want to spoil too much of the movie today, so I'm just going to be kind of going with it. But oh, now that I look at it here, he's wearing his jacket. I mean, come on, you know who this is. Plus, if you've seen the original musical, it's Fiyero. Give me a break. Will I go on more than that? No, I will not. But I do think this is just such a great one. 1927, we are getting real close to over 2,000 pops in the movie line. Then, everybody, the next one that we have here, and another character that really isn't in it that much, we have Dorothy Gale, and I have something interesting to talk about her. She isn't really anybody in the movie. Like, there's no actress to go along with her that I know of anyway. All we really know is that it's kind of like a side story going on, and it's how they actually, you know, end the movie off with Dorothy coming to Oz. And for me, I found that funny. I understand, though, why they did this, because it is about Elphaba and Glinda. It's not about Dorothy. That is the Wizard of Oz. So it makes sense that she wasn't shown off. But I thought with her having a pop here and you actually being able to see her face, I thought there was going to be some sort of like, you know, celebrity or somebody actually tied along with her. But I don't think we saw her face from the front ever, which is a pretty interesting choice if you ask me. And I do like that they did it, because then of course you're worrying about Elphaba and Glinda. You're not really worrying about Dorothy, because it's, again, not her story. And you know what, speaking of Elphaba and Glinda, let's get into this next one here. We have Glinda in blue gown. This is kind of her throughout the entire movie, but more towards the beginning you do see her wearing this. It's a pretty nice dress, and I also love the wand that they gave her. I think it's a really nice addition to the figure, and of course if they didn't put it, it would be weird, but they also, what I'm getting at here is they did a great job with it, turning it into like, you know, a collectible little like clear bubble wand. I don't know. What I'm saying is it's really accurate. And also, now that I think about it, getting into figures that I wasn't able to pick up, there was, of course, the Cowardly Lion and Tin Man. Neither of those, I think, have released yet anywhere. And then there is also Glinda in her wedding dress. And now that I think about it, did I see that one today? I don't I don't think so. I would have picked it up if I did. Anyways, continuing, let's hope I didn't. We have Elphaba here, and this is the new version. She has her book in her hand, and I think this one is, again, just like a nice updated version, because here's the thing, everybody. We did just get an Elphaba and Glinda, well, like, you know, not even a full year ago, so it is a little bit interesting that we are getting another set of them now. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense because there is a new movie, but to update Elphaba, she kind of wears the same thing all the time where Glinda jumps around with her dresses. So for Elphaba, she's probably the most similar, but I do like that they included her book. It's a nice addition. And then we also have the Diamond Edition version, which I was able to get today, and this is also a really nice one. It goes along great with her, and I think they are the exact same mold, if I'm not mistaken. They are both, 925, so yeah, they are the exact same mold. But either way, this is what I was able to get today, and there are a couple figures that I still would like to see for this movie. Now watching it, I understand that Funko probably doesn't want to overdo it. You don't want to see too many characters out there, but one of them, and I actually kind of, hold on, let me grab something. A little while ago, I was able to get this over at Michael's. It is a glass, kind of like, I don't know, crystal ball thing they had for Halloween. I didn't get time to spray paint it, but I do want to make this either a gold or pink. You guys let me know what you think. And I want to take Glinda out of the box and actually put her inside, kind of similar to the way they have the popcorn bucket. But with this one here, I think it would be perfect if we got a pop of her just like this. Look at this here, everybody. How great would this be to add to your collection? Make it kind of iridescent on the outside. This here is glass, and I think it would look so great on a shelf or, like, you know, on your desk or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm gonna be honest here. If they made a deluxe version of her in something like this, well, maybe a little bit more, you know, gold with the Wicked and all the stuff on the back there would probably be a little bit better. But still, that is a great proof of concept. It wouldn't have to be too large. And I know that Funko has done figures like this in the past where they are inside of, you know, like a larger vinyl bubble. It's possible. Continuing though with other figures that I would like to see, I was thinking of maybe Fiero on horse could be nice. And I guess a slight spoiler one, I think Glinda on horse, that could also be a really, really great figure. And Bach. Why don't we have a Bach? I think he would also be, well, we kind of have a Bach, but you know what I mean, like just a regular one. Oh, and Nessa Rose. I think she would also be such a great figure. But anyways, everybody, I think with that being said, let's actually talk about if I enjoyed this movie. The short answer is yes, I really enjoyed this. Did I like it more than the first one? And this might be a little bit controversial, or maybe not. I don't know. I think when it comes to the first one, it was a little bit brighter. It was a little bit more bubbly, no pun intended. I think I liked Part 1 more than I like Part 2. Mind you, though, it is a darker toned movie a little bit. There isn't as much, you know, pink and green all over the screen. I didn't mean for that to rhyme either. But it is just more of like, I don't know, they're telling the story. And for some reason, this one here, and this might sound so weird, but it's the only way that I can figure out how to describe it. This one felt more like an adaptation of a musical than the first one. Like, there was more scenes where it was literally just Ariana Grande or Cynthia Erivo singing. And I don't know how that makes sense, but it's like, they weren't moving around. They were literally just in one spot singing. It felt more like they were recording on a stage. Like if they were to actually just record the musical and then put it in, but of course with nicer sets in the background. And I'm hoping that this is coming out right, but that's what it felt like to me for just a few scenes. Which isn't a bad thing. It's really nice to hear their voices, but you know what I mean? Some more moving around could have been cool, or even just other camera shots. Maybe I sound crazy, I don't know. But either way, I think both of them were really great movies. And if you're thinking about seeing it, I still definitely recommend it. But anyways, though, everybody, with that being said, that's all that I have for you today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow.